The boardroom was silent. The walls were made of glass, the table polished like a mirror. At the end of it sat Eleanor Blackwood, a powerful businesswoman who had built an empire worth hundreds of millions. But Eleanor couldn't hear a single sound. She was deaf, and that morning, it seemed like the whole world had decided to use that against her. Beside her was her son, Richard, trying to translate her sign language to the rest of the board, but his words didn't match her hands. He was missing half of what she said. Across the table, one man smirked, Bradford Sterling, a rich white executive who thought he ran the show. He leaned back in his chair and said loudly, "Maybe next time, Eleanor, bring a real interpreter. This is embarrassing." The other executives laughed under their breath. Eleanor's hands moved faster, signing desperately, trying to explain her $50 million project, one meant to build affordable homes for poor families in the Bronx. But nobody was listening. Then, from the corner of the room, a small voice spoke up. "That's not what she said." Every head turned. Standing near the door was a 10-year-old black boy in a worn jacket, Devon Anderson, the janitor's son. He looked terrified, but he didn't back away. "Your mother wasn't talking about profit," he said softly. "She was talking about people, about helping them." The room went quiet. Just 20 minutes earlier, Devon's mother, Rosa, had been cleaning the hallways. She was one of 12 janitors working in that massive building. Rosa had brought her son because the after-school program was closed. Devon was supposed to wait in the break room, do his homework, and stay out of trouble. But curiosity led him upstairs, to this room filled with people in expensive suits. He wasn't supposed to be there, but what he saw made his heart hurt. Devon knew sign language. He had learned it for his little sister, Alicia, who was born deaf. For years, he had practiced every night using YouTube videos and library books. He had learned every sign, every expression, every movement. So when he saw Eleanor's hands moving, he understood her perfectly, and he also saw how Richard was getting everything wrong. Eleanor was signing about kindness, community, and dignity. But her son was twisting her words into cold business talk. And Bradford, the smug executive, was using that confusion to make her look weak. Devon's hands clenched. He remembered the times people laughed at his sister, how kids mocked her at school, how adults spoke around her like she wasn't even there. He had promised himself something. He would never let anyone make a deaf person feel invisible. So when he saw it happening again, he stepped in. "Excuse me, sir," Devon said nervously, "but that's not what she said." Bradford laughed, his voice dripping with sarcasm. "And who are you?" "The new interpreter? This isn't show and tell, kid. Go back to your mom." "I'm Devon Anderson," he said quietly. "My mom works here. She's downstairs cleaning your mess." A few people looked uncomfortable, but Bradford smirked even wider. "Well, Devon Anderson, since you're such an expert, why don't you tell us what she said?" Eleanor looked at the boy, her eyes curious, cautious, and full of hope. She signed a short sentence, testing him. Devon didn't hesitate. His hands moved fast. "She said profit isn't just about money. It's about building something that lasts, a future that helps people, not just numbers." The entire board froze. It was exactly what she had meant. Bradford's smile faltered for the first time. He leaned forward. "All right, kid. Let's make this interesting," he said. "If you're lying or making things up, your mother loses her job. But if you're right, I'll donate $100,000 to charity. Deal?" The room gasped. Devon's mom, Rosa, had just stepped into the doorway. Her face went pale. "Devon, please." But Devon's eyes didn't leave Eleanor's hands. "Deal," he whispered. Eleanor signed one more time, slow and confident. "She says..." "Let's begin." Everyone leaned in. The meeting started again, but this time it wasn't just a meeting. It was a test. Bradford began asking complicated business questions, trying to trap Devon about budgets, taxes, investments. But the boy didn't flinch. Every time Eleanor signed, Devon translated perfectly. Numbers, details, plans, word for word. Within minutes, the boardroom that had been laughing at him was dead silent. Dr. Wilson, one of the senior members, checked the documents on her tablet. "He's right," she said in shock. "That's exactly what's in her proposal." Bradford's smirk disappeared completely. This can't be real," he muttered. "He's making it up." But he wasn't. Devon was giving Eleanor something she hadn't had in years, a voice. And in that moment, everyone in the room realized something. The boy they mocked might be the only one truly listening. Bradford's eyes darkened. He wasn't done yet. He leaned over the table and said coldly, "Fine, kid. Let's see if you can handle something real. Let's make it harder." The boardroom went quiet again. Devon stood tall, his heart pounding. And that's when Bradford asked the one question that could destroy everything. A question designed to expose Devon, humiliate Eleanor, and end this little act once and for all. But what happened next? Nobody in that room could have imagined.